Welcome once again to SoCo Chat, a podcast where we hear directly from county leaders, discuss the latest news, and talk about all things concerning our beautiful corner of California known as Sonoma County.
Welcome once again to SoCo Chat. My name is Ted Apple, and my day job is working as a communications specialist with the County of Sonoma. If you were hoping to hear the regular host of this program, Paul Gullickson, don't despair. He'll be back next week. His loss is my gain, though. I'm really excited to be here today because we're going to learn about a county program that can help you pay for a host of improvements to your home or business. Things like a new roof and windows, a solar energy system, and much more. A lot of people don't know that this program even exists. If you're thinking about tackling some home improvement projects, you will definitely want to stick around and listen. Our guest is Terry Summers, manager of the Sonoma County Energy Independence Program. But first, it's time for our weekly trivia contest. The rules are simple. Answer the question correctly, and you will be entered into a drawing to win some cool SoCo Chat swag. Here's the question. What is the average monthly electricity bill in Sonoma County? If you know the answer, call us at 707-565-2242 or email us at publicaffairs, one word, at sonoma-county.org. Be sure to include your phone number so we can let you know if you won. Now, let's get started. We are joined today by Terry Summers. She manages the Sonoma County Energy Independence Program and is here to help us understand exactly how it works and how it can help you do lots of things, including reducing your monthly electricity bill. Welcome to SoCo Chat, Terry.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So a lot of people want to make improvements to their home or businesses, but they've never heard that there is a county program around that can actually help them pay for it. What exactly is the Sonoma County Energy Independence Program?
We like to call it Skype as an acronym.
We love acronyms here at the
them.
county.
Exactly. So Sonoma County approved this program in 2009. Since then, the Board of Supervisors decided to support it. It was a climate issue. It was a way to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in our communities. And it was also a way to offer some affordable financing for homeowners. It is a financing program. It's paid for on your property tax assessment. And it has just taken off like crazy. It's been 15 years in its existence now.
That's really interesting. So when you say it's a financing program, it means that you can get money and then spend that money on stuff.
Lots of stuff.
So is it only to put solar panels on your roof, or are there other things that you can purchase with this money that you're borrowing, essentially?
You're borrowing.
Yeah.
Yes, because you have to pay it back.
Okay, good. Yeah.
In over 10 years or 20-year assessments.
Okay.
Okay. There's a lot of things you can use the financing for. We like to say you can start at the roof, go all the way down to the foundation. There's 130 or more improvements. And right now we're looking at a beautiful time to replace your roof. And we hope you choose to use a Class A roof if you can. There's a lot of other improvements.
What's a Class A roof?
Fire hardened. Fire approved. Yes. It helps protect your building. And so we have a lot of improvements, everything from attic insulation, which will help reduce your heating costs, to windows, siding for the exterior. There are so many things you can do with this. Brace and bolt for a foundation for seismic improvements.
So you can harden your house against earthquakes and wildfires. You can make your house so you don't use as much energy.
Yes.
Or water.
Yes. You can put solar on your roof so you can create your own clean energy and reduce your PG&E bills. There's so much.
That sounds really terrific. I mean, it's a long list of things that I can think on my house that I could use for that. You mentioned wildfires, and that's something that unfortunately we're all too familiar with here in Sonoma County. How are people using Skype financing to protect their homes from wildfires?
Well, we were fortunate. you have to have some good and bad going along with wildfires in our community. What happened is after our first 2 years of extreme wildfires, we were allowed to start financing fire hardening improvements by an act of the California law. So what we did is we added Class A roofing, like hardy board siding, in a fire hardened, fire rated improvement, including the 5 foot parameter around your home for defensible space. There's a lot that we can do. We can't remove trees, though.
Okay.
That's kind of one of the things we get a lot of questions about. I think it's really interesting when you start looking at fire hardening because it really is something that protects your entire community, a house at a time.
That sounds great.
It is.
So, how many people are using this program?
Well, the numbers are interesting. So, over 4,000 properties in Sonoma County, and that includes commercial, have used Skype for one or more improvements. Also, multiple homeowners for those same homes have used Skype over again. Even if the first homeowner used it, the new homeowner came in and did something else with Skype. So, we have lent over $110 million worth of improvements in Sonoma County to help fire harden and protect your home, to also make your home healthier, and to generate clean energy. All of those numbers combined are like taking greenhouse gas emissions was the main focus of Sonoma County when they started this program. So in the 15 years that Skype has been in existence, we have removed its greenhouse gas emissions. It's the equivalent to removing 32,000 gas-powered cars off the road every year.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I want to make sure I understand that. So that the energy efficiency projects
Yes.
that homes and businesses have completed by borrowing money through Skype has taken 32,000. Is that what you said?
Gas-powered cars off the road each year, the equivalent of.
That's virtuous work.
It's a wonderful thing because it's a program that I'm so proud of because it's an effective program for what the county board of supervisors intended it for. And so, yes, I'm very proud of it.
Well, you should be. But I want to know a little bit more about this program and how it works. It's a type of financing. Is it like a home equity loan? Like how much does it cost, and how long does it take to go through this program?
It's not like a home equity loan, but
Okay.
here's what it is. It is a financing that is available without credit checks, without income qualifications. It's based on the fair market value of your home, and we will lend you up to 10% of that fair market value of your home, but making sure that it doesn't tip you underwater, because that's the last thing we want. So with our program, what we look at is the fees are all pass-through fees. So if it costs $10 or if it costs $14 to pull a report, that's the charge for you. Right now, the fees are under $200 to do a Skype assessment. And that takes you through the process of approval and when we record the documents with the county clerk's office.
So a home or it can only be for a home or business,
Yep.
and basically you're borrowing money from the county and you're paying it back on your property taxes.
Yes, it's just like a line item, like other line items. Maybe a school tax line item on your property tax bill. It'll say Skype. Have a dollar amount. You pay it back annually over your tax when you pay your property taxes. If your mortgage lender impounds for your taxes, they will be increasing your monthly amount that is due to them because they have to fill that bucket for that tax assessment.
And how long do you have to pay the money back?
10 years or 20 years. You select that at the time. There's no prepayment penalties, and you can pay back early without any additional fees. And we also allow homeowners to pay a lump sum of $5,000 or greater towards the principal only. It takes it straight off the top.
And what happens if you sell your home in that period?
Well,
Can
that's
you?
a little interesting. Sometimes originally it was intended that it would stay with a property. But now what we're finding is Freddie and Fannie want to have unencumbered properties. So a lot of times it's required to be paid back when you sell your house. It's taken care of in escrow or during the sale process. We hope that you value your home based on the amount of improvements you've done and that you don't end up losing money, let's say, on your investment. It will make your home more more desirable in your community than a home that doesn't have any improvements.
That's really helpful. Um, all right. So if I was to walk into your office and
Mhm.
say, I want to make an improvement to my home, what are some of the pros and cons of this?
Yeah, I'd say the pros, you don't have to qualify by income. You don't have to qualify by credit check. And I also think that one of the pros is a very strong aspect of this program is the 10% of the fair market value. So if you decide to do work on your home, you can, if your house is $400,000, you can borrow up to $40,000 as long as that's the amount of improvements you're doing. You can only borrow based on the bids that you submit for the work that you're going to be doing. We then look at that and we verify that those are qualifications that meet our energy standards or our fire hardening standards. And then we can approve you. I would say that the other thing about paying back on your property tax bills, it's kind of a no-brainer at times. You know, you don't see that every day. You're not writing a check for it independent of paying your taxes. A lot of people like that. And I also think that if you look at a negative to Skype, because nothing's perfect,
Mm.
we don't release the funds until the project is completed. And that is a consumer protections because we are using community funds to fund these improvements. It's a bucket that was set forth by the water agency and our board of supervisors, and it releases and it refills itself continuously. So as people use the program and pay it back. So we've used this money for 15 years and we still have enough to continue to lend. So some people want the money up front, but our contractors understand that. And we do have a list of participating contractors, which I think we'll discuss, because a lot of times people call and say, hey, who can do this work? And if they go to our website, they'll see that we have a list that will help them.
Well, let's talk about the contractors
Yeah.
because I think that some of the people listening today work for a contractor or know someone who is. What's the most important thing that you want contractors to know who are listening?
That it takes about 10 minutes to become a Skype participating contractor.
Oh,
Super easy process. Current on your CSLB standing, that you have general liability coverage, and that you have to agree to our marketing guidelines because we can't have you putting a big sign on the side of your car that says you're the perfect preferred customer or contractor for Sonoma County. So our role in the county is to support all businesses. So we can't refer one contractor over another. And so we often refer people to our list. On our website is a list of over 130 participating contractors, and you can filter it by the type of improvements you want to make to your home.
so they're already accustomed to working with the county, know how the program
That's
works.
it.
Great. And then conversely, if you're a homeowner or a business owner, what's the most important thing for them to know if they're thinking about using this opportunity?
There's a couple of things. Number one, if you've seen the property tax bill insert that came out, there's a couple of pandas on there. One's upside down and one's right side up. That's because a lot of us feel that way when we're starting a project like this. What to do? What do you do first? What do you do next? You know, what's it all going to be about? So we offer free consultations to help people help make those decisions for themselves. And also we offer free financing consultations to see if the program's right for you. We also have a number of webinars that are free for customers to look at online at their convenience. We really believe in the education about the benefit of the types of improvements that we can finance in this community.
Well, you're doing something right. If you still have money left, and I want to talk. We've talked a lot about property owners. I want to learn if you have anything that could help renters. We got a fair number of renters in the county.
We do. I had the pleasure of being out in a crowd of 100 people just a couple of days ago, and we have a DIY toolkit that is the coolest thing. It's a red toolbox filled with energy efficiency tools, measurements, weather stripping, things that help anybody better better harden their homes or make it so that the wind's not blowing through the windows, you know. All of this is available by checking out the do-it-yourself toolkit from the libraries. So every Sonoma County library has these kits to loan out. So when we say, hey, check out this kit, we mean it literally. Go check it out at the library. Use what you need in it. Put back the tools. Return it with unused, maybe weather stripping, additional things that you didn't use. We refill it, make sure it's available for the next person.
Wow, that's a great resource.
It's free. It's wonderful, and I really like it.
So if you're listening out there, now you know how you can get that drafty window fixed.
Exactly. Or door.
Or door, yeah. um, you know, another thing, we have a very diverse community.
Yes, we do.
Are you, what do you do to help people who don't speak English?
We actually have bilingual staff, and our office is open to the community Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So we encourage people to stop in because even whatever language you're trying to do this process in, it can be a little daunting because it is financing. So we're always here to help. One of our file processors is fantastic about her Spanish speaking skills, are lovely. She can explain this. We encourage everybody, you know, call our office. We'll help you.
So what's the best way to get a hold of you then?
Call the office. You have the number, I think, that you'll be sharing later. We also have a wonderful website, and it is chock full of information for people. We encourage you to stop by. We're here Monday through Friday. It's 8 to 5. Come on in and see us.
All right. Well, I bet you're going to have some people knocking on your door here.
Well, we hope so. I really hope so. I encourage everybody, because whether you believe in doing these improvements or not, looking at something new that's out there that educates people, that watching a webinar that's about heating teaches you something. My first day on the job, I went to a home envelope. And I thought, what is that? It was a class taught by a gentleman who said, don't use your home air conditioning and cooling like you are in your car. Don't just come home, it's cold as heck, and then turn it up to 80 and then wait for it to heat up your whole house. And I learned so much in that webinar. And then I encourage people all the time, check out our webinars.
So what are you supposed to do when you come home to a cold house?
Well, you're not supposed to turn everything off all the time because your house is an object that has wood that heats up and it gets cold. And then when you turn your air conditioner down or your heater down too low, everything gets cold. And then you come in your house, you're freezing. It's easier to take it up 4 degrees or 5 degrees than it is to start and take it up 20. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
All right.
That's what I love about these conversations. I learn something new every time.
I do too. Yeah. I really do.
Well, Terry, thank you for being here today. This information is really going to be valuable for many of our listeners. As a thank you for joining us, we'd like to send you home with a SoCo Chat coffee cup. They're highly prized. And we'd also like to give our listeners a chance to get one of these nifty mugs or another prize from our vault. Answer this week's trivia contest this week's trivia question, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win one. Our question is this: what is the average monthly electricity bill in Sonoma County? If you know the answer, call us at 707-565-2242 or email us at publicaffairs@sonoma-county.org. Be sure to include your phone number so we can let you know if you won. Also, if you have comments about this broadcast or any other segment, or have a suggestion for a future topic that we can talk about here on SoCo Chat, please email us at that same address, publicaffairs@sonoma-county.org. Thank you all, and we hope you continue to follow SoCo Chat on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and of course, YouTube. See you next time.